I'm a cross-disciplinary artist. I come from a background of dance, architecture, and theater. I come from Greece, but I came in Italy because I was supposed to perform in a rare art fair, and I had artistic residencies here at MUD for 2 weeks. I was very fortunate having this opportunity to be here, and it was something that was supposed to happen also during March, during the first lockdown. My project it's called HEAT, High Intensity Identity Training, and it is a solo dance piece, but it is part of a larger project. It is part of an artistic research project that took place during my 2 years of Masters in Theatre Practices in Artes University of the Arts in Holland. And this project also includes a thesis, huge research on how the human body and its inextricable connection with identity is perceived and seen, and how this can be manipulated in contemporary Western society. So for me, I approached this subject through the lens of consumer culture imagery and fitness industry, where the body is evidently becoming a consumer item because it is used constantly for use of branding and marketing, and it is used to construct an identity that complies to political and social needs of our time. So at the moment, currently, what I was during my research, I realized how the fit body at the moment is a signifier of a good life, success, of health, of being happy, and this quite delimits identity if we put identity and the image, the form of the human body, and we connect it inextricably. So for me, it is about a comment on this culture that we have, this society of consumption, but it's not only about the fitness industry, it's about how we have to acknowledge that if we can be more than one, then we can face any type of calamity, any type of unpredictable occurrence that can happen in life. The first time that I came in Italy was in February 2020, and it was in order to make the first contact, in order to establish the artistic residency here. And then I was introduced to what this building means, actually, that this building was before a convent, and then after that it was a prison, and now it is an artistic space. And for me, maybe that moment was a moment that I really believed, that I said, okay, this is the place where I have to really complete my residency, really continue my process and conclude what I'm doing. Because I'm really talking about constraints. I'm talking about how we are trapped in this image of this this body image ideals that society is presenting, and that we cannot find a way to escape this, because it's really difficult to strip of our some of our the beliefs that have been engraved throughout time. It's very difficult to be able to parallelly face our own personal calamities in our lives, and meanwhile we are being all the time having a visual stimulus on what we must be, how we must be, what we should desire, and what is our position in life and in society, in this social construct. So for me, it was kind of a prison, and I'm actually working all my physicality, whatever I do is on the spot, almost on the spot, on a fixed point. So I'm really rooting myself in one position, and I'm oscillating between trying to find a way why to move and how to move, how to escape this position. It's kind of a prison for me. So the whole atmosphere and the aura of this space was inspiring. Another way of working with constraints for me, and it was quite difficult to elongate this process, was that I decided to work on this project and to make an experiment on myself and to become a case study. And because I was talking about the fitness industry and how the body is presented at the moment, being a female woman at the moment, where our body image ideal is more becoming strong, maybe a bit more muscular, for example, which means that we are more emancipated. I started working on the idea, okay, how can I transform my body? How can I play with the limit of masculinity and femininity? For this process, I would really like to thank all the partners, all the support that I had throughout this period, from Artes University of the Arts, from École Nationale de Cirque à Châtellerault in France, where I had my first residency. Of course, here, MAD, for their support, and Fabrica Europa. I wouldn't be able to complete this process without the support of these organizations and the creative teams that each organization has.